doing this. I want to know more about you, and I'm so happy that you want to share about yourself with others. So why don't we start by saying your name and what is it that you do?
We have the nonprofit organization Pugs for Pinkie. That's a it's pretty much exactly, there you are. And our mission is that we help people that can't afford emergency vet care when an emergency comes up. They contact us through our website, they fill out the application, and then we do some checking and all that. And then we help them with we do online fundraisers, auctions, different things like that to raise money to help them with their vet bill, with their vet care.
Okay, so yeah. This is just to help pug owners?
Pug owners that don't have the money, they don't have any means of, no credit cards, no care credit, they have nothing. And what the vet's going to say is then you have to euthanize. And that's pretty much our thing, is we don't want to have any pug euthanized because the owner can't afford the medical treatment. So that's when they contact us.
Lisa, if this is possible, you just make me love you even more for what you're doing. I had no idea. This is so amazing. I was just going through your pictures and I thought that you put me to shame because I consider myself a Chihuahua mama, a Chihuahua lover. And when I went through your pictures, okay, and I saw all the pug paraphernalia that you have, I am very short.
Oh, stop. You do unbelievable things.
Because, from Doggie Ornaments, let me see where is, look at this. Doggie Ornaments with Pugs for Pinkie. How did this come to be? How did you make this?
That I have a friend, Richard, who's an artist, sculpture, different things like that. And he made these out of like ceramic. He sculpted them himself and made them. And then we sold them on Pugs for Pinkie. We put them in auctions. We put them in different things to sell them. And that Pinkie, I don't know if you know, Pinkie was my pug. And she was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And she had a lot of seizures, back-to-back seizures constantly. And that's why she wore that little pink helmet in case she had a seizure and fell or anything. She had that little pink helmet all the time that she wore. When she was diagnosed with that, we tried to we were going to do chemo for her to try to do surgery because she was only 4 years old. But she kept having the seizures and we couldn't get her seizure free. So she ended up having a really bad seizure that did her in.
Okay, yep. And these were your 4 babies.
That's Pinkie, and then there's Porky, Ruby, and Rio.
Okay, Pinkie is the one with the pink dress in the center?
Exactly, yep. The other 3 are still here. I still have the other 3. They're 16 years old now.
That is fantastic. Oh my God, what a blessing. Okay, so who's who in there?
Okay, so Rio is the little boy, the first one.
Okay, right with the red bow tie?
Yeah, that's Rio. And then Ruby is behind Pinkie. And Pinkie's the one in the front. Pinkie's the one in the front in the pink. And then Porky's the only fawn one, the tan color one.
Porky.
Yeah, that's Porky.
I love it.
and Rose was their parent, was their mother. My little Rose.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Let me see. I am going to guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's Rose?
That's Rose. Yep. She won Doggies and Tiaras.
Something that struck to me that I love. You love pink?
Oh, where are you finding these pictures? Yes. Yeah, a little bit obsessed.
This is your kitchen.
Yes. It was my kitchen. When I lived in Pennsylvania, I lived in a little gingerbread cottage.
You put me to shame. I am like, these are just so adorable. And I kept look, okay, now, and what is this one? What is this?
That's my living room. It was a
Yeah,
little tiny cottage
I
it
would
was a little
change, I
cottage in
would
the woods.
change, yeah, I will change all to the Chihuahuas, but this is like my little dream corner that I have on my mind. All happy with Chihuahuas, but you have it with pugs, which are adorable too. But I'm gonna take you way back, and this is my fun and my way of. Maybe we're gonna dig into who is Lisa, okay?
Oh
And
no.
tell me
Oh
that.
my
Go.
God. Now you're gonna make me cry. That's that's me and my mom. God,
So
that was
how old were you there?
probably 6.
And I noticed that you already were starting to wear pink because I noticed the pink details on your dress. So
Yep.
this is an obsession that has been with you since you were a child.
Yes. And when I was little, my kitchen growing up was pink.
Oh,
So pink has always been in my life.
okay. I totally love that. So how about this picture? Let's go with this.
That's the day I got Rose.
So pretty. So most of your pugs have been black for an exception of a few, I noticed.
Well,
And I have to say that in between all your pugs, this one is my absolute favorite puggy that you have.
Herbie. Yeah. Herbie had DM. Herbie couldn't walk, he was paralyzed. So that was his wheelchair, his wheelie, and I made it into a Herbie the Love Bug.
Oh, okay. How old was he at that time?
He was diagnosed at 9 years old and he passed away at 14.
Going into this thing with the pugs and the Chihuahua, because I mean, I'm telling you, I feel like I have to step up more. I am going through your album, and little and behold, what do I find?
Yeah, and look who's guiding the sleigh, Pinkie.
Yeah, you have a sled with your pugs, and these are all your pugs babies.
Right. Yep.
And look at Pinkie with the helmet in the front.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
And that's Herbie in the sleigh.
It's George in the sled. My very first pug.
Oh, you had another one before.
My
them.
very first pug is what started my pug infatuation. Was George. Yeah.
This is so beautiful, and I see on the sled a little Pinkie flying with the little wings. I mean, yes, I see. But do you still have the sleigh?
I actually, when I moved from Pennsylvania, I gave it to a friend of mine, and she puts it up in her yard. So it's still.
Oh, you have to take pictures.
Yeah.
You have
to
I think she has it up. With me.
Okay. Yeah.
You have, because I mean, I was like, oh my God, look at her. You even did this before me.
Yeah, I had a winter wonderland. I had little pugs out there skating and everything.
I have another question. I mean, your album is fascinating and so much fun to go through. Okay. And then, so tell me, what is this?
Okay, that's in Maryland at the Visionary Art Museum. Every year we used to go there on July 4th and enter the dogs in a costume contest. And it was outrageous. I mean, like really outrageous costumes. And that was always their like big float that they had set out there the day of the contest.
So you have had pugs all your life. I'm going to assume this is George.
That's George. He was my my date for New Year's Eve.
And these, what are these?
Oh, that's part of the Pugs. I have this book. I wrote this book, Pugs for Pinkie. It's Pinkie's story. And those are some of the illustrations. When we did the book signing, we had posters made of different pages that were in the book. So that's what that is. Yeah.
So I want one. Put me down for one.
Okay. And all the proceeds go to Pugs for Pinkie.
Even better, because you know that I'm a strong advocate for helping animals. And I think that I had no idea that Pugs for Pinkie was an organization that benefited people that can't afford veterinary care. I mean, for how many years you've been doing this?
Since 2010. That's when Pinkie died.
almost
So
years.
I started the foundation
Yeah.
right after she died. Yeah.
I'm so you see, I want to learn about Lisa, and then I just find out this, and I'm just so happy that we're having this conversation. Do you remember how we met?
At the New York Pet Fashion Show, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Believe.
What year? Do you remember?
Well, I used to go to the New York Pet Fashion Show when it was more like a trade show, way back, way back.
Oh, that was okay. That was a different show with Mario Di Fante. That was the New York Pet Show.
Stopped that, and then I started going to yours. Your first one I think I went to was 2012. Oh well, wait a minute, I'll tell you. Rose won 2014, so my first one was 2012 because she won Doggies and Tiaras that first year.
Okay, look at that. And then and you've been coming for the show for this long, and I had no idea of this.
Yeah, and Vicky Anders runs it with me, Pugs for Pinkie, who is Bob's mom, Kismet. Yeah, she has joined in with that, so she's been doing it for quite a few years with me. Yeah,
that's wow. Well, it's like I said, I mean, you put me to shame. I should have asked before, and help you more. I feel that all this time I missed an opportunity to help you on something that is so important.
Yes,
again, you put me to shame, Lisa. You put me to shame.
Well, we're always trying to raise money with auctions and online things, always trying to do that. And we did have big events, like annual events, but with this whole COVID, we haven't done that for a while. Okay. But so we do the online auctions, raise the money that way. And every single thing we raise, everything goes to Pugs for Pinkie, every single penny. So nothing goes there's no payroll, there's no overhead, there's no nothing like that. It's all Pugs for Pinkie.
Okay, so since I know you're saying that you do the fundraiser, but then what is this about?
Oh, Betsy. Betsy is a pup scout. And last year she was the top cookie sales, sold the most cookies. And so now she's on the box of cookies this year. And I've got to start promoting that and get them out there so that everybody can put them out for Santa Claus.
Okay. So you're still selling the cookies for Betsy. Okay, so let's just say these are treats for the dogs.
Yeah, those are treats for the dogs. They come in chicken or beef flavor. And they're $6 a box. Yeah, only dogs, chicken or beef. And Betsy will even autograph the box for you.
Oh, I saw that besides Pink, if I'm not mistaken, I think you and dogs and pugs, you also like bulkies?
Yeah, that's my other passion, VW Bugs.
I love Volkswagens.
Do you?
Oh my God. I had one. My husband painted it. I mean, not paint. I mean, he didn't paint it. We took it to the shop to be painted like red and black, and because we're not here too long, he didn't want to have the bulky park in the garage all the time. And then we had 2 cars. It was uncomfortable. We didn't have that much space, so he sold it. And I am so bummed about it, especially after I seen yours. I mean, look at that. I mean, the eyelashes and the lips. Okay, come on.
I don't have that one anymore.
I know, but I think you have this one, which looks like a Barbie car.
Yes, that's mine now.
It's so cute.
Pink and black. Yeah.
I mean,
that's my color, pink and black.
You have quite an imagination, my friend. and I love every second of it. Like right now, I'm looking to your background and I see all these puggy things that you have in the back and trophies and stuff. And it's just fun and fun and fun.
This is Betsy's room where she hangs out in.
So she's the little queen.
She is. She is my life.
Oh, I think I saw a picture of her as a baby. I don't know. Is that Betsy?
Yeah. Yes, they surprised me at one of the G Girl production shows in 2018. They told me that I was going there to be, Vicky told me that I was going there to be presented with something about Pugs for Pinkie. It was this whole thing, and that I had to go there and, you know, accept the speech or whatever I was supposed to do. And when I got there, they had this little pug, Betsy, who was coming from a rescue. The mother of Pink, the mother of Betsy was in a hoarding situation, and when they rescued the mother, she had Betsy, and Vicky made the arrangements for me to rescue Betsy. So she was pretty much born on the runway.
What a surprise it has been for you to go to walk and give a speech, and they gave you this dog. I mean, what happened in that moment? I mean,
I was like,
I would have been crying my eyes out.
I was. And I had just lost Rose not too long before that. So I wasn't really in a good place. I needed something, and Betsy came into my life.
But listen, I know you're a pug lover, and everything in your life is pug, and everything around you is pink, pug, and bulky. But you have met Chihuahuas along the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you feel about Chihuahua? What are your thoughts about the Chihuahuas?
Oh, I love Chihuahuas. I love Chihuahuas. I love all dogs. I love little dogs the best, but I love big dogs. But it's with the pug, I think it's something about the flat face, and the big eyes, something, I don't know what it is. And they're like little clowns. But Chihuahuas, I've always loved Chihuahuas, always. So
when someone comes to you and say the word Chihuahua, what comes to your mind? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Ada.
Ah!
Yeah. That's really what does first come to my mind. But tiny. And the funny thing is Rose was like a little pug, and then. But pugs aren't little like that, really. They're not.
I was going to say, that your pugs, except for George and Herbie, I would say that your other pugs are relatively small on their size, right?
Well, the other three, Porky, Ruby, and Rio, aren't small either. They're about 18, 19 pounds. So they're the normal size. Betsy's is only 11 pounds. Okay. So she just didn't grow. She just stayed tiny. What is
the standard size of a pug in terms of pounds?
18. About 18.
In pounds? Okay.
Yeah.
This is a picture that also touched my heart.
My mother. That's my mother. My mother with George and Herbie.
And I saw, of course, I have to go through some of the customs that you have, feature with your pugs. Look at this one.
Porky. That's Porky at the at the Hampton, that pageant they had in Hampton. Hampton. Yeah.
Okay, I am going to show different photos of different costumes that you have, but I'm going to ask you where your ideas for the costumes come from.
I don't know. They just pop in. I don't know. I really don't know. I just lay in bed at night and think about these things.
So who's this? I mean, and explain this one.
That's Porky too. And Porky was do you see what I'm holding?
It's hard to see. What are those?
I guess you can't see it. They're brownie poops. Like emojis, those emoji poops.
That's why you have that in front of the stroller.
Yes, right. Because Porky was supposed to be for talent. And Porky, he wasn't that talented really, but he did make cute poops. So I took a picture of one of his poops and blew it up and showed everybody. Yeah.
I know. I totally love it. And you know what? We that should be a good seller costume because that's something that we can all relate with our pets.
Right.
How
Yeah.
about this is so pretty and adorable.
That's by Shenanigans, Nanette, and that's Betsy as Little Red Riding Hood, and that was at a G-Girl event. But
Yes.
Betsy is also going to be in a book that's coming out, I think the beginning of next year, called Fairy Tales by it's Fairy Tales by the New York by the America's Top Dog Model.
Okay.
You know that group. They Betsy won the competition. She was one of the finalists. So her story, Little Red Pug, is going to be in that book.
Oh, that wow! More accolades to you and your pug. You're really putting the pugs, top of the list. And how's this? Okay, that one.
That was one of my, I think it was the very first year I did Celebrity Catwalk with Rose. The very first year. And I think she's wearing a doggy market outfit.
Yeah, she looks like a dog coming out of the French Riviera.
I think it was a Paris theme. I think we were doing too.
Okay. That is okay. So let me see. I'm almost finishing with all the photos. This one. That is beautiful.
Oh, that's Betsy with that's at a catwalk too, and that's I think she's wearing Princess Fur Fashions, but that's at catwalk. She's been doing catwalk every time.
Okay, and you know, and you want to know why this picture struck out so much? I think it's the first one and probably the only one that I do not see any pink in it.
Right, you're right. I thought there was something wrong with that picture.
No, there's nothing wrong. It's actually a beautiful picture. I mean, I love the bow and the dress and your caribou bow around you. It's really cute, but it really struck me because you really came out of the box wearing a different color. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Betsy. Oh, look at you, Betsy.
Say hi, Betsy. Who's that? Say
hi. So how old is Betsy now?
Betsy just turned 2 in October.
Oh, she's just a puppy. She's just starting life. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So she's been 2 years with you.
Yes. Yep. I got her when she was 6 weeks old. Yeah.
What a blessing. That's the most beautiful gift of love that anyone can give.
Yeah, she's my life. She really is.
Working on this type of events that you do, it takes a lot of sacrifice. People only see the fun part. People don't see the struggles that you have to go through to make it happen.
Yes.
And I can only imagine how difficult it is when you're trying to find money to help animals to have their care paid for. Yeah. So
we call it Team Pinkie, and we have like a on Facebook, it was a private message type thing where when something comes in, all of us are like, somebody's calling the vet, somebody's calling the person, somebody's doing the intake, somebody's checking the references. It's like everybody just jumps in right away because it's an emergency. We've got to get this pug into the vet immediately to, for whatever it is. So yeah, it's a
how you know about these cases? Do people contact you directly, or you have friends that come and tell you this is happening right now?
We have both.
How your clients come to be?
It's all through Facebook, pretty much. Some people hear about us not on Facebook, and they can come to us directly, but mostly all through Facebook, all through the pug community. Everybody knows who Pugs for Pinkie is, and they all know that if it's an emergency, that they don't have the money, but it's not, you can't just, we check, you have to fill out a care credit card. You have to, we have to check and everything. We have to call the vet. We've got to do all the stuff before but it's all so quick because it's an emergency. So, the first thing they do is they go onto our website and they fill out the application. And then one of our members from the team take that and go through that. But this is all happening like quick. It's all going on. And in the meantime, the person's on the way to the vet, to the emergency. And we've even had where sometimes we've had people drive 3 hours to get to another vet because this other vet could do something quicker. And we're going to pay, get down there, you got to go. And we do all that stuff is all just quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have helped around 300 pugs.
Yeah, about 300 pugs right now we've saved. Yes. And we've had quite a few that the people have called, they're in tears. They're saying, the vet's saying that I have to put them down. I have to euthanize them. And, I don't have the money to do let's say an amputation or something because he got hit by a car and I don't have the money and they want to euthanize him and I don't want to do that and cry and everything. And the dog is now running with 3 legs and very happy. So
do you guys have like a pug rescue also, or?
We network with all the pug rescues. So if somebody had to relinquish a pug, or if we needed to get another person with a rescue involved with us to help us and for networking and stuff, we do work with all the rescues. And I say pug, but we also, if somebody came to us, let's say with a Chihuahua, we would contact a Chihuahua group, or we have a financial form that all these groups that help different breeds. So we don't just say, no, you're a Chihuahua, we're not going to help you. We still network with all the different breeds. So
Wow. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Really. I had no idea, and I'm embarrassed that I didn't ask further. I get to see the Pugs for Pinkie, and I knew that you were doing something, but I did not know the extent, the level that you were working on, and so thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you for for helping the community, for helping this animal, for helping these owners to have a chance to have what you have at home, the love of the pet, and enjoy them for years to come.
And I was going to say with Pinkie, when I was rushing Pinkie to the vet all those times with her seizures, like the first thing the vet would always say is, okay, I'm going to give you the high and the low, and you're going to have this. And one time I finally said to the vet, I said, what happens if you say that to somebody and they say they don't have a charge, they can't do it? And they say that's usually when they say they've done enough and they'll do the euthanizing. And I was like, oh, no. And that's exactly how Pugs for Pinkie came about. So it's how it happened.
Wow. And that was 10 years ago.
That was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And look at it now.
Yes. Yeah.
Look at it now. Yeah. Do you guys have a group where you get together? I mean, did you get together with the dogs that you save, or you have like a pug meetup or something?
No, well, we do have pug meetups and stuff, but we haven't had like a alumni with everybody that we've helped. We haven't done that. I'd love to do that, but they're all over the United States.
Like a family reunion.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can do like an annual family reunion with the Pugs for Pinkie.
Yeah, because we keep in touch with everybody. We do keep in touch with them. We're all,
That is fantastic.
That's a good fundraiser right there. We may have to look into that.
Yeah, and you can do like an annual Pugs for Pinkie family reunion.
Yes, yeah.
Have on the runway all the doggies that you have saved.
Yes.
Well, we did
when Betsy and Bob we had an event, a wedding for Pugs. It was a Pugs for Pinkie event. I remember that. Right. We did take pictures of we blew up pictures of some of the pugs that we saved, and we had them on all the tables. Yeah.
Well, Lisa, you are leaving me with a big smile, with a lot of motivation, with a lot of creativity, because I mean, I have so many things popping on my mind right now.
Oh,
And it's been just wonderful to know more about you. I'm so glad that we got to do this.
me too. I'm really glad. Yeah, because
Yes,
like you said, when we do see each other, it's only kind of, it never gets really on a personal level. It's always like rush, 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 rush.
I'm so grateful. Is there anything else that you would like to share? I know that you said that you're working on another book where Betsy is going to be the feature, no?
In the
Do you
story,
have,
yeah.
yeah? Do you have anything else that would you like to share?
Um, just that I hope this COVID goes away soon so that we can all start having events again and doing things and
Oh
getting
my
together.
God! Yes, yes.
Yeah,
From
all this,
your mouth to God's ears.
yeah, yeah,
Yes. Yes. Well,
yeah.
but thank you, Liza. Thank you for taking this time. I mean, I even took you longer than I expected because our conversation has been so interesting and
Oh,
so inspirational. Really, really. I'm saying it from my heart. All I can say is really thank you. I'm glad we got to talk, and then not only I am going to learn about you, but we have a lot of friends that are going to know more about you, and I bet they're going to be as surprised as I am.
well, thank you. Thank you so much for doing this interview. It was great. It
No,
was good.
but
Mhm.
best to you.